Tonight, I am going to be making some chicken stock. My oven's already preheated. I need to take the bones out of the meat. I'm a little worried about it, but it's going to be good. We're going to do this. We're going to get through this. Okay, let's go. I think I'm going to line this with parchment paper because I do not think I have enough aluminum. But the thing is, I'm running out of both. So I'm not entirely sure what to do. Oh, this is all I have. Maybe I can do a combination. Let's see what happens here. How much aluminum I have. It's scary though too. Oh. Okay, not bad. Could be better. Could have had more. I've got some aluminum in here that hasn't been used. Yeah, I'll make this work. Just gotta pull these pieces together. Now I have enough aluminum and it covers my whole pan. Great news. So with this chicken, I was learning that chicken is about 38% bones and 28% meat, and for 15-pound chicken, that means I got about 5 pounds of bones, which should make me 2 batches worth of chicken stock. After this, I'm going to be dehydrating some more apricots, and then I'm probably going to be canning more in my big 32-ounce strips. Okay, so I've got a bag for skins, got a bag for half of my bones, and another part of my bones are gonna go on this tray here that I prepared. Okay, wish me luck. Thank you, Lord, for providing us with this lovely chicken and for the life that it lived. Oh, I did not think about this. I don't like it. Not my favorite. Yep, there we go. I feel like a bad guy. This chicken lived a wonderful, wonderful life. I'm so grateful. And there's so much meat on it. I don't even know how to do this. Look at that drumstick. It's huge. Muscle was not made to come off bone easily. Just by the way.
Yes, you can eat the spinal cord in a chicken spine for a chicken stock. Spinal cord is part of the nervous tissue that runs inside the spine, and it contains fat and protein that can add more flavor and richness to the stock. You don't need to remove the spinal cord from the spine, as it will cook along with bones and others. Some people may prefer to remove the spinal cord for health or personal reasons. For example, some people may be concerned about the risk of transmissible spongiform encephalopathies, which are rare diseases that affect the brain and nervous system of animals and humans. TSE can be transmitted through eating infected nervous tissue, such as the spinal cord, brain, or eyes. However, there is no evidence that chicken can carry or transmit TSEs, and the risk of getting TSEs from eating chicken is extremely low. Another reason some people may remove the spinal cord is to make a clearer and lighter stock. The fat and protein from the spinal cord can make the stock more cloudy and greasy, which may not be desirable for some dishes. Best, I hope this helps you make a tasty chicken stock.
Okay, well, I finished. This is my bag of meat. I've been learning a lot about the chickens. This is my bag of meat. Woot woot. Doesn't even include the breast. That was one big chicken. Done did it. First portion done. So we're moving on to the next phase of the chicken stock. I'm going to be cutting up an onion, 2 garlic cloves, 3 stalks of celery because they're thin. It calls for 2, but these are tiny, and 2 carrots. I'm going to be leaving a lot of the good stuff on these and just cutting them up. And these are going to be halved, this is going to be halved, these are going to be smashed, and these are going to be thirded. So it's going to be really easy. This calls for 12 cups of water in the slow cooker. It calls for filtered water, like I wait for my filter to sort through some stuff. Let's get the bones out of the oven. Oh yeah. Look at all that yummy goodness. Can you see? Oh yeah. Nice. Okay, so these I'm going to cut up and just set them aside for later. We'll put them on my trusty plate here. So I'm just going to have them the long way, because that makes sense. On nasty, so of most of them. Have it. And oh, I used to make onions all the time. Oh, flavor. And that's it for what's going to go into it. Makes it really simple. That makes me go happy. Okay, now I have my trusty water filter and my crock pot, and I am going to be putting a dozen cups of water in. Eight, and now I gotta wait for this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add, calls for apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon. 5% acidity. Looking for the salt. Calls for a teaspoon of salt. Okay. I wonder if I could double it. I don't know. 12. Got my roasty bones here that you can't see. Let's see. Okay. I'm so conflicted right now. Do I double it and stick it all in? Do I dare? I just don't want to have to wait. I'm going to double it and stick it all in. Let's just do this. Need 12 more cups of water now. I need to cut up twice as many veggies. Ugh. Ah. One. I'm regretting my decision. Let's get the salt and stuff in here while we're waiting. moving you over for just a minute, Mr. Crockpot. But those small. Keep trying to find one that doesn't have one that's dead. Like a deadly. Let's start with Mr. Onion here. My little friend. So. But I have, oh, there. Whatever. Guys, this will hopefully make me 4 quarts of bone broth. You know what? I'm gonna add the last 2 cups later. It's really full. I'm pushing it. And I gotta come back in 6 hours anyways. At 4 a.m. What the heck am I thinking? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? The questions I ask myself when I do projects. Period. That's as full as it's gonna get. And then we set it to cook on low, I do believe, for 6 hours. There we go. I'll be back for you in 6 hours. See you guys in 6 hours. So it's been 15 hours since I started my chicken broth making process, and it is finally done. Yay! I'm gonna show you guys what happened. So first off, we have this beautiful crock pot. I ended up overfilling it, so at like 450 I got up to put in the vegetables, and I ended up having to move some of it right on over to the stove top. So there's some in there that also just finished. But yeah, now we're gonna strain it into a bowl. Gonna put it into this bowl in here. Yay, so cool. Okay, I'm gonna, you see that? It's so cool, there's so much of it. I did so good. I'm happy for myself. I'm now gonna stick it in my fridge to help it cool down quick. So it says to let it sit in the fridge overnight to let the fat solidify and raise to the top, but I'm gonna check it tonight, see how it goes. I'm really, really excited about it. It makes me really happy. It just looks so good. I think I did a good job. Well, we'll see. I will catch you guys on the flip side. So it's been about 1 day since I finished making the chicken broth. I let it been cooling in the fridge, and I've been waiting for my husband to get home so I can start trying to use a pressure canner, because I've never used the pressure canner with the lid actually on and actually pressurizing. I've used it more of like as like a water bath canner instead. So this should be interesting, but let's all go and do this together. There's all my fat on the top. Or it's more like it's frozen on the top. Not prepared. So it says to skim off the fat on the top. I think that there's fat and that it's frozen on the top. So this should be fun. I'm just gonna throw away all its ice, hoping that it's just the fat. It tastes like chicken noodle, so that's exciting. I'm gonna take this broth that I made and we're gonna bring it to a boil. We're gonna heat it up. Look at that, that's so cool. So I sterilized these jars last time I did canning with you guys for pie filling, but this recipe, instructions, whatever, they say that you need to have the cans hot. And I think that I'll probably only need 3 or 4. Yeah, I feel nervous about this, but I think it'll all be okay. I think it'll be fine. I'm being real about this. I was nervous about the water bath canning too, and I was nervous about putting these in for the first time. I just get really nervous about everything that I do for the first time, which is totally fine and totally fair. But I'm also excited. I'm excited to learn something new. So once this starts boiling and this starts boiling, we know we have a perfect match. I maybe should put this closer. The instructions say to. I'm really nervous. Yep, that's where it's supposed to be. Okay. It says to leave 1.5 inches headspace.
Is filled with possible
So I may have jumped ahead a step or so without you guys. I put the lid on and I'm waiting for it to start steaming, and then I'm going to set an alarm for 10 minutes. And then once those 10 minutes are up, I'm going to put the dial on and I'm going to let it get to 13 pounds of PSI. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're learning together. I see water keep coming out there, so I think it's going to start steaming soon. So I've got the dial on there, and to be honest, I'm pretty nervous about this. It's freaking me out. I thought by now I'd be able to see movement happening on the gauge, but nothing's happening. So I think I did it wrong initially. I let it get to a steam. There was like a little bit of steam, and then I set the timer, but there was this lady who said you needed to let it get to a steam and let the thing pop up back there before you put on the dial gauge, which I did not know. So I think that'll be good to know for next time. Instead, what I did was I let it get to a steam where I could barely see the steam, and then I set it for 10 minutes. I don't think that this is necessarily wrong, because as you can see, the gauge is shifting, and we're getting closer to 5 pounds now. Okay, it's official. We are at 13 pounds PSI. And I'm turning down the heat to hopefully maintain the 13 pounds PSI. I have no idea how to do this. 25 minutes until it's done though. Woot! I forgot to record taking them out, but just like that, my jars of broth are done. That's pretty exciting. I have not made anything like this before, so it's pretty exciting. Oh gosh, one's still boiling. Why are you still bubbling? I'm scared of it. Oh heck. Okay. You're gonna go back in. You're scaring me. Well, why are they all so different? How cool they are. Huh. I mean, that one's not bubbling, that one's not bubbling. But the one in there is still boiling. But yes, I have finished. I am done. Everything that's on there is from the water minerals. That's so bad. Our water's so bad. Yikes. But I am pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm excited. And I hope that in the morning everything is all fine and dandy. I'm gonna leave the other one in there for another 5 minutes. And hopefully it cools down enough for me to pull it out and be done. Okay, let's get this bugger out of here. Hopefully now it's cool enough. That it won't be bubbling when it's out. Okay. But yay! All done now. I am proud of myself. Chicken bone broth for the win. I should be calling it stock. I followed a chicken stock recipe, but I did it because I wanted bone broth, but I didn't want to make the chicken, so I figure it's about the same thing. Anyways, ta-da! Thanks for joining me. That was fun.